No one tells you about this, so here it is. Now, estar is not for things that are temporary, but rather for states. And so this one's actually even more clear in the linguistics. Estar is to be, and you can think about it as to be in a state. Now, the word for United States in Spanish is Estados Unidos, and estado is the past tense of estar. And so you can literally see it in that, United States, states, and that's in Spanish translated to estados. So you can see it linguistically, estar literally is connected to state. And so estar is to be in a state, okay? So a lot of times people use it in locations, right? Estoy aquí, right? I'm here, for example, okay? And so again, people like to say it's temporary, people like to say it's location-based, and it's like, you can use those, but they're less specific. What we would rather do is have just one sort of understanding that applies for all of the examples, rather than memorizing each individual example. And that's fundamentally higher leverage, because we put in one unit of learning and we unlock all of the other uses, rather than having to memorize every single use, because then we're putting in tens of units of learning, which is unnecessary because we can just learn it like this. And so this is higher leverage. And so one thing to note here is that different cultures, because what I've taught you now is logical, the thing with humans is that they disagree on logic. And so similarly in Spanish, different regions and different countries disagree on which use of ser or estar is the correct use, because different regions have different interpretations of what could be considered a characteristic versus what could be considered a state. Generally speaking, if you think about it through this frame, which is the correct frame in its linguistic history and linguistic characteristics, it will serve you the best, and it has personally served me the best. If you like this type of content and you want to see more, then check out my YouTube channel.